Let's talk Lucknow again. I am मेहरू जाफ़र. चलिए सिलसिला जारी रखते हैं, बात आगे बढ़ाते हैं दाबिस्तान लखनऊ के सबसे दिलचस्प शायर की. आज बात करते हैं कलंदर बख्श जुर्रत साहब की. Urdu poetry was enjoyed in the city in all its splendor throughout the 19th century. Lucknow was the new Mecca of the literati after Delhi and the Deccan. Local expressions had seeped into the idiom of Delhi, and the interpenetration of several languages like Rekhta emerged as Urdu as we know it today. Jurrat was a craze at court, and he was asked to repeat even cliches. His voice drowned in encores as he was requested to repeat the comparison he made of the beloved's beauty to the moon, her dark tresses to clouds pregnant with rain, and the look in her eyes to a fish darting swiftly in water. Here, Jurrat confesses that when her lips got locked with his ones, when her lips got locked with his ones, he had licked his mouth for the rest of his life. मिल गए थे एक बार उसके जो मेरे लब से लब, मिल गए थे एक बार उसके जो मेरे लब से लब, उम्र भर होठों पे अपने मैं ज़बान फेरा किए. उम्र भर होठों पे अपने मैं ज़बान फेरा किए. Jurrat wrote playfully about numerous love affairs, of desires that were possible to realize in this life, here and now. Jurrat's poetry is full of praise of pleasure and physical love. For Jurrat, pleasure was as real as pain. Unlike mystical poetry, where the lover and beloved unite only in death, this poet celebrated the yearning and the union of lovers in this life. The earthly ashik, the Sufi lover, is united with the mashuk or mystical beloved only after death. In the Sufi tradition, the most important event in life is death. All the Sufi shrines celebrate the Urs and host festivities resembling a wedding on the death anniversary of a mystic. The Arabic word for wedding is Urs, and it is the annual Urs that attracts most devotees in large numbers to the shrine of a favorite mystic. Mystics do not mourn death as the end of life, but they celebrate the occasion as the beginning of an existence that is at last in unity with the divine. Death is therefore an occasion to be celebrated like a wedding between man, the earthly ashik, and Mashuk, the heavenly lover. In contrast, Jurrat describes the joy of physical love even between two women or two men and between man and woman. There is also love between a man and a woman where the man is not the husband of the woman whose company he enjoys. Jurrat says that the connect between beauty and love is natural. If the lover's longing did not exist, the beloved would have no meaning. हैं लाज़िमे मलज़ूम बहम हुस्न मोहब्बत, हम होते न तालिब जो वो मतलूब न होता. Jurrat spent his childhood in Faizabad, moving to Lucknow around 1800 to the court of Mirza Suleiman Shikoh, the Mughal prince in self-exile. Jurrat's poetry is a reflection of the carefree atmosphere of Lucknow that was drenched in those days more in real romance and less in mystical consciousness. The population was madly in love with life and with the ways of the material world. Jurrat's writing reflects that life is hedonistic and worldly. He found the opportunity in Lucknow to explore different kinds of love in his writing, including same sex love. The poet was born in Delhi and eventually he lost his eyesight. But it is rumored that early in life, Jurrat decided to fake blindness. The idea was to enjoy the company of women who appeared before him unveiled, thinking that he was unable to see their nudity. This way, he was able to enjoy female beauty to his heart's content in every home and in every neighborhood. He writes that he has raised his eyes towards her, and the vision stares back as if wanting to know if he is not afraid of her. आंख उठाकर उसे देखूं, आंख उठाकर उसे देखूं तो नजरों में मुझे यूं जताता है कि क्या तुझको क्या तुझको नहीं डर मेरा? Jurrat's poetry about sensuality, torrid love affairs, and the joy of union between lovers in this life had made him very popular around the city. Jurrat sang endlessly in praise of beauty, same sex love, and amorous relations between women. Jurrat was an incurable lover by temperament, and he spent his life with those who enjoyed talking about poetry night and day. Many of his constant companions were courtesans. He was high spirited, full of humor, welcomed by the elite, and adored by people on the street as well. His audiences found him delightfully mischievous and so quick witted. In his poetry, there is no pretense of grandeur and no vocabulary or thought too complicated for ordinary souls to grasp. However, critics fail to understand why the non mystical Rekhti poetry that was inspired by the romance of everyday life became so popular with the pleasure loving population of the time. Why did everyone crave for the company of the fairy faced Insha? From the king to the beauties of the bazaar, 1 minute Insha was seen kissing the royal hand at court, and the next minute he was in the home of female friends helping them to choose the apt perfume and an outfit to match for a night out at a mushaira. Jurrat recited what came to his heart, but in such a way that the life of even the most unpoetic person began to crave for poetry and romance. In the devil may care and hedonistic atmosphere of Lucknow, Jurrat had found freedom to develop a new genre of poetry that talked of feminine desires. Rangeen named this poetry Rekhti as the female counterpart of Rekhta. Here was an opportunity for men to also explore their own emotions in Rekhti and to verbalize their feelings even at the peril of sounding effeminate. The appearance of Jurrat was not as flamboyant as Insha and Rangeen, but he could overwhelm his audience even in modest attire. Despite being a darling of the nobility, the financial status of Jurrat remained precarious throughout his life. When Jurrat died in 1810, Nashik had wept that the poet of India was dead. Lots more in this book. अगले एपिसोड तक के लिए खुदा हाफिज़.